Hi, I'm Melanie Scoggins, and this is Locally Leesburg, where each week we highlight a business that helps make our town so unique. Today, we're at Let There Be Rock Schools, located at 34 Catoctin Circle Southeast, with Aiden, one of the foundational instructors of the school. Aiden, thanks so much for having us today.
Thank you.
Give us a little bit of history about Let There Be Rock Schools. It's a neat story.
So we started, the first location started in Frederick, Maryland. It was a small business that had probably about, say, like 5 to 10 kids within the first year, and they basically had this idea to work in band programs and all this stuff aside from just lessons. You know, it's always typical to have like 30 minutes or an hour lesson, you know, at any school sort of thing. And, you know, there's other rock schools that have had these band programs, but Scott, the founder, wanted to change up the game and add in a band program that was rather optional. It was like you didn't have to do the band program if you were hopping into lessons at first. It was something you could work towards, you know, sort of thing. So
now, how many, you have your Frederick location, and then are there more than the?
Yes. So this is the newest location, but before this we had an El Paso location installed, I believe like 2 years ago. There's a Tampa Bay location that I actually did an opening for. That was 3 years ago at this point, I think. And there's a Philly location that's been open for a while. I don't know how long, but I know it wasn't too long after the original Frederick school opened. So
you're looking at like five now?
Yes, I believe so.
That's good growth.
Yes.
So tell us, you were telling us a little bit about how the band is what everybody's working toward. Tell us about the model and how you help a student get from a private lesson to a band.
Of course.
What happens?
So basically the way we work with band programs specifically is we try to make sure that any kid that's hopping in has some experience, whether it's like they've had lessons prior to being here or they're already taking lessons here. We usually look for students that are, you know, able to complete songs, you know, like intermediate beginner songs at least, you know, because
and you will teach them to get there.
Yes, of course. The way it works is we have a band instructor that focuses on all of the kids together, rehearsing together, and making sure there's no, you know, loose ends with any songs or anything like that. And then we have obviously the private lessons that will kind of fill in the gaps with anything they need to work on with the song.
And when I was talking when you guys did your ribbon cutting, and my understanding is that you try, if I were to come in and I were going to have a private lesson, I don't know how to play anything, by my third lesson, is that your goal, to try to be able to make me feel like I can do a little bit of something? Yes,
absolutely. We want that confidence even on the first lesson, if anything. We want students to feel like, oh wow, like I can make this into something. Whatever instrument, or if it's singing, you know, it's like, I want them to have the confidence that like, wow, I can like turn this into like a real thing, you know, I can become a musician. You
and
know?
So then after they do their lessons and then they're in a band, you guys do the rehearsals, and then you help them play out? Is that true?
Yes, exactly. And what we usually do is all of our student bands will just be just the students playing. We don't have instructors play on stage with them usually, but we're like pretty much all ages here. I mean, we kind of cap it at like, I think it was like 4 years old to like, you know, 80.
So 4
really.
till forever.
Yeah, exactly. We have a pretty wide age range, yeah. So.
And then where are you guys are playing in Leesburg some now? Is that true?
Yes, yeah. We have a couple locations that are more, I guess, Baltimore, DC area, and then we do play in Frederick a lot. With my band specifically, my cover band, that's the areas we cover right now. But we are trying to pop out into the Leesburg scene more. We are about to be popping out to Leesburg Gourmet.
Oh, cool.
Downtown.
All right.
So that's definitely going to become more of a routine thing. We're trying to get that started. And yeah, it's really just a matter of getting us more in the scene. Because I'm obviously a bass guitar instructor, but there's my coworker Morgan and Tyler and Luna, and we're all in a band together, and we've been jamming together for years.
So you teach bass and guitar, and then voice? Drums?
A little bit of voice. I don't do the drums, but I do.
But you could learn that here?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I'm just not the most spot on. So I'm not keys, but we do have another keys player that might be in the mix soon. It's definitely been the one missing link, if you will, with the school so far, but we've kind of put together some ideas,
if you will. As a student, you could learn any instrument that you needed to learn.
Yes, exactly. And the good news is Tyler, our guitar instructor, and Luna, for that matter, have piano experience. So especially with like beginner and intermediate students, like we can be covering that ground. It's really just more of the classically trained guys that, you know, we might not be able to cover yet just because we don't have a teacher really on that level, but soon.
Tell me, what do you like the most about being in Leesburg?
I just love, honestly, how how similar it is to Frederick, because I don't know, I go downtown and it's like the history, it gives me that like familiar vibe, you know. And for one, I've realized that the music scene is kind of here more than Frederick in terms of, I guess the students who are musically inclined. I know I've heard that like the music programs in like public schools are like, you know, implemented within middle school and high school, if that's correct,
that's
right?
true.
You have, yeah, and that's different, you know, compared to Frederick. It's kind of more of a, like an optional thing at like Frederick County Public Schools and other areas, you know, around
Well,
there.
that's
So,
good. That's
yeah, I can tell that,
good
you know, the
talent.
students that have hopped in so far have been way more just experienced or musically inclined, sorry, just off the bat, so.
So if somebody wants to learn more and they want a lesson or they want to get into a band and come talk to you guys and see your space, tell the audience where they should go to do that. Should they go to a website?
Yes, so we have a website now, and we also have an Instagram. I believe we have a Facebook as well. And you can just look us up at like Let There Be Rock School Leesburg. It's all kind of just one word, you know, so. But yeah, that's basically where you can find us at. We do trial lessons, and we have brochures if you come on in person. You can grab a brochure. We have like little QR codes and free pins for trial lessons if you just want to try out a lesson sometime for free, you know.
All right. Well, thank you so very much.
Of course, thank you.
I'm Melanie Scoggins. This is Locally Leesburg, and I'll see you next time.